Welcome to the Racing Writers Podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Crandall. An abbreviated episode this week from a recent conversation with Michael McDowell. This was recorded actually 2 weeks ago at Dover International Speedway in the hauler of the number 95 Leavine Family Racing team. So that's why you're going to hear some racing noises in the background. Practice was going on when Michael and I caught up. I wanted to talk to him about his future. As many of you know, that Kasey Kahne will come over and drive the number 95 next year, which is a ride that Michael has been in since 2014. So in our conversation, you're going to hear Michael express nothing but gratitude for the organization, how he's approaching his future, and the way he hopes to end the season with this team and what he wants to accomplish. So here is Michael McDowell on the Racing Writers Podcast.
You are, I guess, headed for... We don't know yet, right?
Yeah, I don't know yet. So if you have any insight, that'd be great. The last 2 weeks on racetrack, performance-wise, it's been a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
Not really anything to do with the news or anything that's going on.
But it's always funny how that works out, right?
Yeah, it is how it works out. But it's also right around the chase. Everybody's, playoffs. Sorry, everybody's, stepping up their game and we just fell a little bit behind and we got a little bit off track. So hopefully we can get back on track and finish out strong. I mean, that's really the goal for everybody, is to finish what we started this season, and I think we still can do that.
So I heard you tell Claire B that you don't know obviously what you're doing yet. Has the last few weeks been, the response in terms of fan support has been, from what I've seen on social media, has been great. Have you been able to kind of start looking or discussing anything, or?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, LFR was great to me through the process too. So it's not like, I was shocked.
Right.
I mean, I knew that there was an opportunity there for them to pursue Kasey. They informed me of that very early on. And so, for me, I had a heads up. Now, for my own sanity, I just didn't start pursuing things until I knew for sure, because it's just tough, because you don't want to go into that mindset until you have to. And so, but yeah, the last few weeks have been good, conversation-wise, and I feel like there are some opportunities, and in all three series, obviously my focus is I would like to stay in the Cup Series, but it's not at any cost, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I feel confident that there'll be some opportunities. When, where, how, timing of that, I'm not really sure. On this end of the garage, things don't typically happen this early.
Yeah.
So this is not a new spot for me. I've been in this spot before.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So not panicking, and normally panic kicks in just after Christmas time if you don't have something done. But I'm thankful for this. The time that I've had at LFR, and this season's been really good, and the performance this season has helped me be in the conversation at other organizations. So that's really awesome, and hopefully we can finish that strong. And I over the years have built a great relationship with Caleb and with some other partners, and so for me that helps. It helps knowing that you have support and that you have some sponsorship to bring to the table. And so we're just trying to find what's the best opportunity and what's the best fit for performance and for longevity, and obviously for myself and my family as well.
So the focus sounds like it of course will be Cup, but you're not against, if the right opportunity comes along in Xfinity or Truck, you're not going to turn that down.
No, absolutely not. And I've had those conversations. I mean, believe it or not, Xfinity and Trucks are harder to find something. Mm-hmm. It's like once you sort of get into the Cup circle, and and I don't want to say established because I'm not Matt Kenseth or Chris Busch. I'm not established.
Right.
But I've been here long enough and done it long enough that I sort of it's easier for me here than it is in Xfinity in the truck garage. And Xfinity is it's super expensive too. So it's not like if you have a little bit of sponsorship, you can take a little bit and go run a full-time Xfinity. It's not really the case. So with the purse and with how everything works, it goes just as far in the Cup Series as it does in the Xfinity Series. So, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see how it plays out.
So you've been here for 3 years. The team and
I think 4, right?
Is it 3 or 4?
4. Yeah, 4.
Okay, my stats were wrong. So 4 years, you and the team have both grown exponentially in that time period. What will you take away from what you've been able to accomplish here, or what the team has been able to do since you've been here? Like, what are some of the things that will stick out to you?
Yeah, there's a lot that'll stick out to me. And, the first thing that'll stick out to me is just the relationships and the family bond that we have here. I mean, just being a part of LFR, and this wasn't easy for Bob and for Sharon and the family. I know it's a great opportunity for them, but it was hard, and it was hard for me too, because we are a family and we're very close, and it's not just racing on the racetrack. We've really grown together and built it together, and I'm thankful to be a part of that. And the takeaways for me is that I really enjoy this aspect. I enjoy the progress. I enjoy the maximizing the opportunity and squeezing every little bit out of it. And so when I looked, when I started looking for opportunities, that's something that excites me. Is taking something that is that has the potential to grow and being a part of that.
This is probably going to go down as a career year, not only for the organization but for you. You're tied right now for 25th in points. You've had top 15s. You've had top 10s, even a
top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
Yeah.
What was it, 4th at Daytona?
Yeah.
So, looking ahead to these final few races, you had said before that it's everybody's still as focused as ever on finishing the year strong. Is there anything in particular that you guys still want to accomplish before the year is up? Is it a certain spot in points, or is it just more top 20s, more top 15s?
All the above. But I think the main goal was this year is to finish in the top 25 in owners points, and we're right on it, right? And so we want to finish that out. I mean, obviously we're battling hard with RPM, and it's gone back and forth. Like, I think they're 3 points ahead of us right now. So, and then for me, to be in the top 25 in drivers' points and staying there. I mean, it's not like it's slouches. I mean, I have AJ and Chris Buescher, which they're.
I think you're sandwiched between them.
A really well-funded team, and RPM, and there's a lot of other great cars around us. So just finishing the season out strong, getting those points, staying ahead of the guys that we're ahead of, maybe passing a few more. But this time of year is always really tough for the smaller organizations.
Yeah.
And we've had such a good front end of the season that it's going to take a little bit of a momentum shift here to keep that going. Mm-hmm. We just started out this season so strong, and now everybody's making big gains, and we're not. We're not in a position where we're building, brand new cars, every other week and like just going nuts and crazy to try to get those last few points. We're doing everything that we possibly can within the means that we have.
Right.
The effort is there. I mean, everybody's working their guts out, but we're still on a tight budget. So it's not like when you make the playoffs and Hendrick's like, all right, here we go. We want those spots and we're fighting hard for them, but we also have to do it with the tools and what we have to do it. So it's going to be a battle. It's not going to be easy at all.
Once again, thanks to Michael McDowell for taking the time. He's always been very willing and accepting and very good with the media and anybody who has asked. This is obviously a very unfamiliar time for him, very uncertain with what's going to go on in his future. But he's not the only one. There are so many drivers out there, as we know, who are looking for rides next year or looking for sponsorship. The day that I'm recording this, Tuesday, October 10th, we just found out that Landon Castle is also out of a ride next year, as Front Row Motorsports is not going to bring him back to the number 34. So whether it's Michael or Landon Castle, Danica Patrick, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch's deal is still not done. There is a lot going on in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, but as always, I appreciate Michael being willing to chat, and I feel like he laid it all out there. I mean, he is very open to, as you heard him say, not just Cup ride, but if the right opportunity comes along, maybe in the Xfinity Series or the Truck Series, that is something he is also going to look at, and I think it's good that he is willing to keep his option open. So again, thanks to Michael and everybody at Leavine Family Racing, and of course his representation for taking the time, fitting me into his schedule, and letting me use this on the Racing Writers Podcast. Until next time.